So you can just fill in the blanks. Just imagine it.
Hey guys, we're back. It's Michelle.
And Elena.
Here we go. Door knocker. Door knocker. Is that the proper word?
Like, what else should I call it?
I don't know.
At first I was calling it a door handle, but I realized it's not a handle. It's a knocker. What's wrong with door knocker?
I don't know. When I said it, it just didn't sound right. Like, for what it is.
If you can find a better word to use, be my guest.
Doorbell.
So right now, I'm just blocking it out, all sloppy.
Everything starts with a circle.
This is something that our very own brother had asked me to make some time ago, and I did make it way back when, but I decided to make it anew this time, just because I liked the look of it, but when I had made Eric's one, I didn't record the process of it, and I just thought it'd be fun to do it again. And at that time, I had been looking at all this reference that he had gathered for me or drawn for me, but this time I just was looking at a reference of what I had already made a previous file of. So that's that on that.
Who better to get inspiration from than yourself?
Exactly. You know, I didn't want to say it myself, but you're right.
You should always love yourself.
Oh.
Weren't you doing the mirror?
I don't turn symmetry on because it's annoying.
But you're doing one object.
There is a way of doing like radial symmetry in Maya that I have watched videos explaining, and I retained some of it, but not enough to actually use it in practice. The reason I'm not...
How many times have I called it mirroring and then you've corrected by saying symmetry and I just never picked up on it?
It's not a correction.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. She's mad. She's so mad. Because I mirror the object, or I have symmetry on. I guess I think of it in different ways depending on what I'm using it for. So if it's something that's happening actively, I'll think of it as having symmetry on. Like, that's the mode it's on. But if it's a function I'm doing in one moment, then it's like, oh, I mirrored that object. But it's not like I have the mirroring function on. I don't know. It's like, it's just in the difference in what Maya calls things. Okay, so you watched the new, as of 2021, Spider-Man movie.
Brand new one came out.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, is we only just realized that movie was out and that it has been out for 2 years. We were oblivious. I don't know how.
It's like I have been actively waiting for it, but not enough to do any research. I thought the research would come to me, like, hey, it's brand new out. Find me yourself.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
So you were saying at the end, or I don't know if you said this or if Berm said it, but he makes everyone forget that he was Spider-Man, and that includes his BFFs?
Mm-hmm. So he has to, yeah.
Does that mean that they no longer know him in general?
That's correct.
Wait, why?
He has no life at all.
Why? What?
That's how they had to do it. Like, he started out wanting to erase people knowing who he is, except for, like, Doctor Strange is in the middle of doing his spell. Like, he can make the world forget he is Peter Parker. But then Peter's like, oh, except for I want MJ to know who I am. So Doctor Strange's like, okay, let's change it now. Only MJ. He's like, oh, but Ned. And he's like, okay. Ned is like, oh, but Aunt May, because like it was really hard to tell her. And he's like, okay, that's it. It's like, yep. And it's like, happy. And so it was like, it got so convoluted, and then Doctor Strange like got out of the whack with it, and it was like starting to blow up.
Oh my.
But he was able to contain it. But before it was contained, a couple people came through, mostly bad guys, and then the 2 other Spider-Man. It was fun and cute because they're like, we're so buddy-buddy, and I imagine it was fun to film as those actors too. And everyone got to like reprise their roles too, so it was really cute.
Nice.
And probably fun for them. And Aunt May dies.
Yeah, I heard.
I didn't know. I wasn't expecting it. And then it was just like, she fell down after she said those iconic words. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to die. How could they do that?
It was Goblin though, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did it? Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like that moment from Spider-Verse where it was like, Peter's like, you can't understand. My uncle just died. And like, I understand. For me, it was my uncle.
Yeah.
So it was the same kind of thing. Like, they were sympathizing, empathizing, whatever, because they had gone through the same stuff. And then there was another moment when MJ is falling and Peter tries to save her, but he can't because he's like knocked out of the way. So Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man jumps off to save MJ.
Oh my gosh.
He couldn't save Gwen from his lifetime, so it was like he got to save her, and it was like, it was a moment for him. Like, he was happy that he could save his Peter's MJ, so he didn't have to go through with that.
I'm glad.
Just sweet. But it was like, it also made him kind of emotional in the moment, because it was like, it was reminding him of how he couldn't save his own, probably.
Yeah.
I really thought that, like, Emma Stone and who's the other one? Tobey Maguire's girl.
Yeah, Kristen Dunst.
Dunst, yeah. I thought they were going to be in it because I saw their faces on the cast list.
Oh, was it just in flashbacks then?
Not even that. I think it was just because they were mentioned.
Oh, okay.
That they had to put their actresses' names on, like, to give them credit because their characters were mentioned.
Yeah. Wait, so if nobody knows who he is, then... Wait, does Doctor Strange know who he is?
No, nobody.
Wait, okay,
yeah,
so...
the only way to fix it, because, like, so all the bad guys were there, and if they had just sent everyone back to their time, they were all taken from moments when they were about to die, and so Peter feels sad for them, and so does Aunt May, and it was kind of her influence that makes him, like, want to rehabilitate them before he sends them back. Mm-hmm. So they get cures for all their different badness about them, and then they were going to send them all back. But before they got to Green Goblin, he got a bomb inside of the capsule that was containing all of them. He blew that up.
It's done. This is done now.
I know. You asked a simple question. You shouldn't have done it.
Wow, what a beautiful art I made.
I know. I do love it. I liked watching the whole process.
All right, let's keep talking about Spider-Man.
I feel like this is a bust. Should we start over again?
I don't know. We'll see. All right. Thank you for watching.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.